Hello and welcome to Day 1, this is Drafalmarexi. I'm doing a quick release notes thingy for the League of Mechs update for Robocraft. So they finally released mech legs. This is a design I've thrown together. It's got 4 legs on there. You can actually run on mech legs with only one of them, which I'll show you how that works in just a second. Actually, let's just pull these off. So you'd think this wouldn't work, it's not got any hover blades on it, but if I go into test mode, you'll see that I'm able to maneuver relatively well. So we'll just take a quick look at how that works. So it's a little bit unstable, but yeah, pretty cool. So they're pretty redundant on that front, and now let's go back to the mothership. Come on, mothership. Yeah, there's a noticeable pause on loading back into the mothership. That's something that's new. It seems to freeze for a little bit while loading up. But anyway, so let's put these legs back on. You'll see I'm just going to pull these out here. If I just try and connect one on any available space there, you'll see you've actually got on, these are Mark IV legs, you've got 5 connection points, and that extends all the way down to the Mark I legs, which I'll grab some of those so you can take a look. Whereabouts are they? Movement. So they're a lot smaller. You'll also notice they've got electroplate on them, which is pretty cool. And helps to add to their hit points quite a lot. You'll find the Mark 1s have 499 hit points compared to, where are the wheels? Wheels, Mark 1 wheels. Yeah, 210. So you're looking at about double the hit points. Mark 3s, which is where you start getting, you start getting cat tracks at Mark 2 now. Mark 2 cat tracks, 988, and Mark 2 mech legs. Okay, so it's about equivalent to Caterpillar tracks in terms of the armoring, but the electroplate actually gives them a lot more shielding. So you'll say 937 for the health, but you got 5,400 for shields. So that's pretty insane at any tier. And then the cost of these is pretty high as well. I mean, they're not that far off compared to other items, so it's about, I mean, for Mark 2s, they're about half the price of a Mark 2 Caterpillar track, which seems a little bit odd. Oh, Mark 1s are half the price, Mark 2 legs are about double the price, so okay, so matching up there, you'll be able to see the pricing. So it's about 50% more overall, or 50 to 75% more, based on the actual costings that are there. And you've also got the ability to have TX legs, which these things have an insane number of connection points. You'll be able to see down here you've got a 5x5 block and you've got connection points all the way around. So you've actually got, what does that work out? 25 plus another 4 sets of 5. So you've got 45 connection points on that leg, which means in terms of the Gumbrella effect, you've got a lot of damage that can be transmitted through to the anchoring blocks. Makes them very, very resilient. But anyway, so this is a designer well, not really thrown together, I kind of built it over time. It's an SMG bed. It's not the most effective design. My pilot seat is definitely not right at the front, that's kind of just faking people out. But yeah, it's fun to play with, at least. The other thing that has been added in is the League mode, which you can earn badges by playing in the League system. They use the Battle Arena format, so pretty much you can only enter League battles if you are using a 30 million plus bot. So that would be essentially what used to be tier 10. And it's not the old new mode, whatever, I don't know what you call it anymore. They keep messing around with the game modes, but anyway, yeah, so it is only available on the Battle Arena format. So, and you have to play in that to actually get any league ranking. They've also modified some of the chat functionality. So if we go back to somewhere where you can see the chat, if I press enter, you'll now see that there's a little message down in the corner here that says type help for available commands. So if you type help, you'll actually be able to see that you can message someone, whisper, unblock, block, or get help. There's not a huge amount of commands at the moment, but that's just what's available for the system. But yeah, let's just run into a battle. Let's go back to that 25 bot and let's run into a deathmatch battle so you can see how the legs work. The legs also have a jump function on them, which is pretty cool. They're also extremely heavy, so I did some testing with a Mark 1 leg and it was taking me about 12 rudders, being used as aerofoils of course, to be able to get a steady glide, and it's a lot of thrust that you need to be able to do that. I mean, you really can't combine them with other movement forms. They don't, because of the mass, they don't respond well to thrusters, very similar to how caterpillar tracks work, to be honest. So yeah, but you're also limited on how vertical you can get in terms of going up those cliff surfaces. So spider legs are going to be superior in some ways for more tactical placement, but along with this you can jump. So that can actually help you get over that, and the problem with that is that you can't have thrust assisted jump. It does, there's just too much mass for thrust to have any impact. So, and I found from personal experience the rails tend to work better overall with the new mech legs. But yeah. And they're extremely stable, so you see where I jump and it automatically stabilizes itself. Yeah, it's pretty much impossible to flip. Here we go.
Bomber spotted. Medic hover spotted.
And I've just gone for armor on this thing, as opposed to electroplating or anything. You're slow enough, the armor's actually going to be more useful. Electroplates tend to work better on more agile craft. If you got heals, then armor, for lower tiers, if you can get a faster robot, then you're better off using electroplates on it, but okay. And I will be putting this robot on the garage, so it's definitely not an amazing design. It's a lot to be desired in terms of effectiveness, but I'm liking it so far. And you can easily take off all of the SMGs and replace where you've got the mount points for the top mounted SMGs on all the turreted points. You can easily fit railguns or plasmas on there as well, so it's down to you how you want to modify it if you want to buy the design. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to call it. Probably good question. We'll see. What am I going to call this design? Come on, hurry up and load up. Again, the loading freeze which is happening after the latest update. Scolding Cat, I'm going to let you name this design. And that's what it's going to be called on the bay. Or when I put it into the garage. we'll see what he comes up with for it. Okay, come on. Maybe not. Well, I'm going to have to pick something. At the moment it's called Arceus, but that's really not going to work. What can I name this? Always with the names. He's thinking. I'm just going to call it the Scolding Cat. It's not very cat-like, but that's just what we're going to call it. Save the name, upload the robot. No! What do you mean my upload limit is reached? That cannot be the case. Show my bots. Alright, can I remove these? How do I remove? Remove from the shop, yep. That one's being hired. Let's remove the minigeddon. So you can only have 5 robots in the shop. That sucks. Alright, let's try that again. Let's upload it. So you can tell how newbie I am towards the actual garage side of things. So let's upload that. Scolding Cat. 48k monster. Somebody adapted to use. We'll call it a 48k mechanized monster that can be easily adapted to use rolls and plasma. These features SMGs using forward SMGs and is most effective when firing forward. Okay, let's check the box. 48k mechanized monster that can be easily adapted to use rails. Okay. Alright, so that's the Scolding Cat. It's available on the store now. Let's just go and check, make sure it's actually uploaded. There we go. No one's actually bought it. It's available for 51,000 RP. Yeah, well, we'll see if anyone wants to rent that out or not. I've had some fair success with using it, so if you want to take a look, try using that, that's fine. But yeah, let's just go and back into the test mode so you can take a little bit more of a closer look in action without getting shot up. Yeah, so 4 legs. The best thing about it is that it can work equally well with just 1 leg. So if you get all the other legs shot off, then you've got a lot of redundancy, which I notice is a problem with mechs. Although the legs have ridiculous armor anyway, you're actually probably more likely to lose the guns first, which is why I've got so many guns on the design. But anyway, so thank you very much for watching this. This is the patch notes for the League of Mechs, and we'll see you